I like to have 72 things going at once. At a movie studio, someone told me, your job is to be part fireman and part traffic cop. So everything's kind of on fire all the time. You have 20 films going, and everyone has them. It's an emergency. Well, it's not an emergency, but for them it's an emergency. And you're always trying to keep things moving. We gotta keep going. Don't make a decision. It's this or this. There's no third decision. You're going to do this, you're going to do this, and do it, and let's keep going. You have to keep pushing. I don't know if my day, I think maybe I got better at delegating, and I ended up with an incredibly capable group of people working with and for me. So if my day changed, it was simply that I didn't feel I had to solve everything. I had very, very capable colleagues. But I think my day changed mostly that by the end of those last few years, I was starting to look over the garden wall at what else maybe I could do. Because I could either stay in that job until they carried me out feet first, or maybe there was one more chapter ahead of important work that I could do, or fun work that I could do. So I think my day changed in that I was starting to move towards exploring lots of other things when no one was particularly looking at whether I was working on some silly, wonderful children's movie that was important to Fox but might have been for me. After a while, certain movies, they just become a product, and you just have to get the music and the songs in and ship it, and everybody knows what it is. Certain movies truly demand great intellectual, emotional attention. Certain movies, they're a sequel to a sequel. You hire a composer, you find a few songs, and you ship it. So I think you look for opportunities to also maintain a sense of self.
And now that you don't work at Fox anymore, but for Fox and for Warner Bros. As a consultant, how's that changing for you, your daily routine, or how's that, I don't know, does it give you any new opportunities in a way? Or?
Well, I really, the consulting part of it was right when I left Fox. And now that's diminished. And so now I'm truly involved in producing my own work. Okay. So it's not Robert Kraft work, but I'm producing movies and television shows. I'm managing a new recording artist. And so my day is spent trying to create my own content in a couple different fields. And it's extremely challenging and also extremely interesting to try and get a movie made, to try and get a television show made, to try and get a pop star onto the radio. So I'm no longer working for someone else's product. I'm truly focused on my own. And it's different in that I don't have that capable staff. I don't have the resources that I used to have, so I do most everything myself.
So back to the beginning.
Very much back to the beginning. And it's interesting you say that because I feel like I took the two first chapters of my life. I'm going to write all the songs and sing them myself. I'm going to learn how to produce all of your songs and music and soundtracks and whatever else. And now I'm going to combine those two skills in some amalgam of I want it to be my ideas, not necessarily my music, and I'll produce them for myself. So it's really, in some ways, combining what I've learned.
How much can you say at this point about the Sugar Hill story you produced with Warner Bros?
I can tell you where we are as of about an hour ago. We have a new writer, and it's a woman who has just made history yesterday because her movie, called Girls Trip, is the first African-American comedy to cross $100 million at the box office in the United States. And she is the first African-American woman to write a movie that crossed $100 million. And that's the person who's writing Sugar Hill. So very, very lucky to have a hot screenwriter. And I think hopefully we'll have a story done by the end of this year. And God willing, knocking on whatever material that's made of, Warner Brothers Studios likes the script enough to start casting the movie, and we make a movie, and maybe we have a movie out in 2019, end of 2018, that's the story of the birth of hip-hop and the song Rapper's Delight. So it'd be great. And I don't know what will happen next, which is part of the mystery. Maybe it'll work and maybe it won't, but every day I'm pushing it forward like Sisyphus to try and get the movie made.
I guess Score was a really different movie to produce, right? Because it was also via Kickstarter, and, not a big studio behind it. I can imagine you got many composers involved as well, right? To be interviewed.
Yeah.
Probably also Richard Kraft, I guess, to be interviewed.
Yeah.
And so I was wondering, is there any Score 2 coming up that you can already speak of?
Very good question. No Score 2 yet as a film, but I have started to explore making Score the TV series, which would take all those different topics: electronic music, women composers, pop songs in movies, and do an episode on each. Not entirely there yet as to what exactly it would be, and also I haven't looked hard, but we haven't found Netflix, YouTube, Apple, HBO. I'm not sure who would be the partner, but I'm looking at Score the TV series now because I think it'd be, if I could figure out a way to do it, it'd be fun to do. It'd be something more to do. I like to have 72 things going at once. I don't know why, but I have so many different trains running all the time, so we'll see.
So I guess there will also be a bit more European composers then in the
I would hope so. We should do a lot. I've learned more about scoring from European composers. And sometimes it's American composers who are European. Hans Zimmer, John Powell, Harry Gregson Williams. They're either British, Patrick Doyle. They are, they approach movies in a different way. And it's a huge education for me. So I'd like that if we can do it.
Now in May you took Score as well as Titanic to the Krakow Film Music Festival,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I just can imagine that must have been a crazy time travel for you to sit in the first row and see it on the big screen with the orchestra. And so yeah, how was that for you? And then also, what other film music or film concerts do you have in mind for the future?
That's so interesting. I hadn't really thought about how Score and Titanic they almost bookended that film festival, and one cost $200 million and one cost $2. And I love them both, and I'm proud of them both. And they're very different. And after that, I got very interested in the whole idea of live to orchestra, live orchestra to film concerts. I've thought about it, and I think there's some great ideas out there. I don't know specifically which ones I would want to pursue, but I like the idea of being slightly creative with it, where it's not just, here's a cool movie, we're going to play the score live. I kind of like the idea of maybe taking a very specific record. I mean, there was an idea that I've been talking about, taking all the Prince songs and playing them live through some kind of imagery. Just Prince is very hard to do because of the legal stuff. And then I tell myself, you're very busy. Remember, don't take on a new product or a new project. So I stop. So I'm not sure if I'm going to explore that fully right now.
Hello, I'm Peter from BehindTheAudio.com. Thanks for watching. For more audio news, subscribe to our channel and check out our website.